obviously, after 4 weeks of a little bit of heartbreak, it's the one thing I appreciate about our guys is they continue to roll up their sleeves. They continue to go to work. They know they know the mistakes they've made, right? That we've been making, but yet they continue to work, and they continue to work hard during the week, and it showed today. It might not have been like just a pretty football game, but they never are. And they're hard, they're gritty, they're tough, they're physical, all that kind of stuff, and just proud of our guys for the way they competed today.
Doug, now it's a win and in scenario next week with the Titans. You just talk about how just the approach to that game and just another, like last year, got to win and get in.
Yeah, coming down to week 18. I mean, that's just I think our guys really thrive on these situations, and that's okay. It's a great opportunity for our organization, for our franchise, for our players, for our owner. To be in this situation, and we got to go play another good football team on the road, and we'll enjoy this one obviously, and prepare this week whenever we play.
As a follow-up, could you talk about the performance of C.J. Beathard today? No pre-snap penalties by your guys. Pretty efficient. Didn't cash in on some red zone opportunities, but other than that, no turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, I thought C.J. played smart. He played tough. Came back in after being checked. He ran the offense, and credit the offensive line, especially in the second half of really kind of taking over and helping out in the run game. And and the thing too sometimes is when your starter's out, your backup's in, I think the focus, the attention is a little bit, little guys are a little more zeroed in. And we saw that today really from not only the offense, but I think the defense as well.
On that, the defense turned in its best performance of the season. Is that just maybe a result of what they've gone through the last 4 weeks, not having maybe the success that they wanted?
Yeah, it hasn't been what we wanted, obviously. I thought today they responded, well, obviously, to have the shutout and really play a solid football game. I'm sure there's going to be some things to clean up, as we look at this film. But, the defense responded too, and played a really good game today.
Doug, first, congratulations on the win. Happy New Year. Also, even though that you got stopped in the red zone a number of times, how important was it to get Brandon's confidence again? Because he had all the field goals today.
Yeah, I mean, that's part of it. Obviously we would have loved to score the touchdowns, in those situations, but too, to have Brandon out there and make those kicks like he did, I mean, that's good for his confidence, moving forward. Hats off to him. I mean, he's battled through a little adversity of his own, here lately, and it was good to see him respond.
And as a follow-up, you as a longtime coach, assistant, or head coach, was there any kind of a story that you could have told these guys about when it gets tough? This is how we got through this, or anything like that, or just
no, not
as
really.
usual?
I mean, it's I keep everything sort of in the present and in the moment, and try to be more forward thinking. But I still want to. We got to learn from the past. We got to learn from our mistakes, and all of that. But there wasn't anything that I needed to really tell these guys or show these guys, and they just know, they just understand.
Hey, Doug, we didn't get a chance to talk to you Friday. Trevor, shoulder, where is he on that? And is this a thing where you're not sure if he could play next week, or was this a game where you just wanted to kind of rest him to make sure everything was good for him?
Yeah, there was really, for this game, there was really no chance of him getting out there. We'll see how he is this week, obviously. If we play Saturday or Sunday, it all depends. But he'll do everything he can to try to get back out there if possible. If not, CJ will be ready to go, and we'll have Matt ready.
And Josh sets a single-season franchise record with, I guess he's, 16 and a half sacks now. What can you say about the year he's had, and then specifically today, too?
Yeah, Josh he's had a heck of a season. And, today was a great performance by him. But I think he'd understand, and he knows that the other 10 guys are doing their jobs too, which helps him, get back there to the quarterback. And And congratulations to him for setting that mark. I mean, those are those are big numbers. He's been good all season, been consistent, been steady, and just congratulations to him and really the whole defense for that performance today.
Coach, another milestone guy, your tight end, Evan Ingram, second Jaguars player ever, over 100 receptions in a season. You had a guy in Zach Ertz in Philly who you coached, who to similar kind of numbers. A little bit comparison between those two guys and how you've been able to use them so effectively in your offenses.
Yeah, I mean, they're, the tight ends can be the, kind of a quarterback's best friend sometimes. And, Evan's been that way for Trevor, the last couple of seasons. He was that way today for CJ. And he just, listen, he's a great leader. He leads a lot by example, really, during the week, how he's out to practice early, working on his craft, always catching something, whether it be a tennis ball or a football or something, anybody can throw at him, and he challenges himself. And that's why he's in these positions, right? And that's why he's, getting the accolades and the praise that he deserves. And it's just because of who he is as a person and the way he works and challenges himself.
Doug, you've mentioned before guys having to step up when the backup's in. Is that what you saw from the skill room today? It seemed like some tough catches.
From who?
The skill guys. It seemed
the
like
skill
tough
guys.
catches, tough runs.
Yeah. It's just kind of where we are, and our teams aren't going to make excuses for us. We're not going to make excuses. We got to make sure we're coaching the next guy up and putting them in positions to help us today. And I thought that, they really did some good things. They stepped up and, what do they say? It's gritty. It's not pretty, and they just hung in there and battled it out.
2 winning seasons for this franchise. I know you got more to clinch this year, but can you talk about that? I think it's been since 2005 that this franchise has had 2 consecutive winning seasons in a row. The importance of that, when you came in, it was kind of on a downturn, and the significance of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, that's why we're all here. It is to win, and that's a credit really to the coaches. It's a credit to the guys in the locker room. And just you got to consistently have guys on your team that speak the same common language. Guys that work hard every single day, every single week. No matter what happens, they work through adversity. They work through injury, and just proud of the guys. 2 years in a row. We got obviously one more game, next weekend to hopefully get to 10. But we're going to do everything we can to put something together and go back on the road.